talking about Nigerian GDP and the contribution of the Nigerian information communication technology to the GDP is our first segment of discussion today. And we have engineer Olugbenga Odubayo, who helping us to understand that aspect. What really happened? How is ICT doing it? And what are the great benefits of this development to Nigerian economy? Engineer, good day to have you on the show, sir.
Good day. Nice having me here. And good afternoon to viewers.
Exactly. So let's start talking about Nigerian ICT, information communication technology sector. What has been your assessment so far when it comes to its contribution to the economy?
Yeah, the ICT, the information and communication technology sector, the industry in Nigeria has really come off and has contributed a lot to the economy or GDP of Nigeria. I think in Africa, Nigeria has the highest of ICT contribution to GDP, which is about 18% thereabout, and even higher than some countries in Europe. England is about 5%, and France about 3.5%. Then we have Norway is the highest, which is about 40 something. I mean Iceland, Ireland, which is about 35% to 40% GDP or ICT to GDP. You see, the investment in ICT have really contributed a lot. This year alone, about $3.something billion have been invested in ICT in Nigeria. So, and that's a lot. That's huge. The industry have been growing, and it's still growing also. So, it's really contributing and creating employment, creating job, and also making business, operation seamless and the rest of things. So they really contributed a lot to the economy of Nigeria.
Exactly. But if one want to ask and know how significant it is to the Nigerian economy, because some will be asking, okay, ICT, telephone, data, but taking a deeper reflection of the significance of it to the economy, can you help us to understand that?
Yes, I mean, if we talk of, if there's no ICT, take for instance, during the COVID-19, the only thing that keep Nigeria moving was the telecoms, communication. That's the only thing. People could not go to their churches, they could not go to mosque. People were working from home, and ICT contributed a lot. It made the work to good. And today, many offices, you hardly even come to. People work at home, and that's a real cost of. Of running offices and cost of production and the rest of it. So you can see the contribution of it. So it has really come of age, and even both in infrastructure also, ICT has contributed a lot. And we have many fiber optic being run in Nigeria today. It has contributed a lot. And if you talk of telecoms also, you can see just like today now, if I decided to come here today, we can get connected on Zoom, and we get talking.
Exactly.
Today many people don't go with a BOS. Many people don't go with BOS. Now you just have your 5G whatever with you, and then you are transmitting from wherever you are to the station. You know what I'm saying now?
Exactly.
So investing in BOS, many broadcasting stations are no more investing largely in BOS. So you can see what really has done to the industry in Nigeria, and even education now. We have seen that because of ICT, we are having online courses now. We are having online institutions, and many of them, like Open University, they use a lot of this ICT. You log into your portal, you download your subject, you submit your script. A lot of things happening. So it has contributed in every sector. So ICT has really affected a lot of things. The way we live our life, the way we do our businesses, and a lot of things. The ICT have affected it.
Interesting.
Yes.
But let's dive into the subsector of the ICT. For many of our viewers who will be asking, okay, the ICT is it all about telephone? No, ICT also entails the media, the recording aspect of media, the publishing aspect of media, as well as the telecommunication that we are made mention that Engineer Gbenga has make elaborate explanation on. But on the other aspect of understanding the key role of ICT in the economy will make me to ask this question. For you, how do you see the Nigerian ICT as against the other countries that were developed? Because for us, most of us will say, okay, we don't have the, we still a borrowed technology. But from you, it's a player in that industry. Is most of the technology in ICT still borrowed, or we have been able to indigenalize our own technology in a way that we can use ICT?
Well, if you talk of borrowed, we will say that we have not really indigenalized it. I mean, let's talk of the hardware. We are not manufacturing any of the hardware for ICT in Nigeria. Even the cable, the adapter that charge your tablet, your phone, we are still importing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the areas which you have to look at, you know, and it will take a long time because investors are not really ready to come because the cost of production in Nigeria is very high because of energy and the rest of things, you know, unstable power. So you can see that everything about ICT, we are still like importing it. So even though we are trying to domesticate, like there have been some, you know, in the area of the fintech, we have seen some of our, you know, of our investors who have invested like talk of, you know, float wave and the rest of it. You know, we have really been able to, you know, go far in the fintech by, you know, kind of develop our own apps and the rest of it and platform to pay money like Money Point and the rest of it. But the driver behind it, you know, the software, the hardware, you know, we are still depending on the, you know, in the foreign technology. So we are not being able to do a lot in generalizing our the technology. So that's a big gap that we need to cover, you know, and that also you talk of the expertise, you know, the manpower. We lack manpower in Nigeria, and that's why government brought in a program that they try to, you know, they call it 3 million technical talent. That's the Ministry of Communication and Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Technology. Try to train Nigerians, you know, in the area of this of technology, so that we can have more manpower, you know, in the that will support the industry, because it's a huge industry that if we can able to develop it more and invest it more, the revenue that will be coming to the government be more than that of the getting from oil, and that's the project. That's the projection of the Ministry of Innovation that are driving into it. That look, we can make more money from ICT to the economy even than oil. So, and that's why, like you see, they're trying to put in a program of connecting Nigeria. I mean, roll out a 90,000 kilometer fiber cable. They want them to lay it, and it's been supported by World Bank, AFDB, that's African Development Bank, and the International Foreign and Finance Corporation and African Finance Corporation. So these are programs in place that will really help to develop our ICT, or to grow our ICT industry, and also being able to that we are not relying more, you know, on the foreign something. And a lot of people, a lot of investment is going on into it. Like MTN is investing in data centers in Nigeria. I mean, they committed some about $100 million into that, and a lot of other investors are coming to it because we have the population, we have the market. So if we really develop it and the industry grow, like I said, we'll be getting revenue from it more than the oil. Like now, if you look at India, you know, and that one thing that we have in Nigeria, the youth population in Nigeria is huge. So if we can train our youth, empower them, and get them in the area of technology, the ICT, we could be matching with the India. India today is exporting, you know, exporting that to the US. Now some of them, if they are in India, they are working for a company in the US, you know, online, and they are getting paid in dollars. And that's a way of you know, attracting, I mean, getting foreign something into Nigeria. So if you can train our youth and empower them and give them, you know, all the necessary something, we also we have it because we have the population.
Talking about population, so sorry
yes,
to continue. Talking about population, it brings me to the other aspect of our discussion, talking about the subsector of the ICT. We start with telecommunication.
Yes.
For you, you know, telecommunication have been seen as the biggest of all the subsector under the ICT.
Yes.
The sound recording, the publishing,
yes,
the movies, the entertainment, the creative. But for you, how do you see the telecommunication sector in Nigeria?
Yes, like I said, like you said, is the biggest and is the one bringing him more of this, contributing more to the economy. It has really developed. Like in Nigeria today, we have many telecom industry. We have all the MTN and the rest of them, and many are still coming up. But if you look at it, we still have the challenge of connectivity. You know, we still have, because of the money, you know, because of the, like now, most of the base station with that they have, you know, to connecting is difficult, because when there's a power shutdown in one area, the generator will start, a lot of investment, you know, is really, the investment in that area is very huge. And that's why we see that the call rate today and data is very high compared to other countries, because sometimes some of these base stations, you run them on generator for 24 hours. From there for 1 month, if there's any power problem, you know, and now they're trying to bring in solar energy, I mean, so to kind of power some places, but that one has not really, they not achieved much in that area. They still running of this on generator and on diesel, and you know the cost of diesel today. So that's one of the challenges we are having. Drop calls here and there. You know, you try to transfer money, the money bounce back because the connection could not be. Try to use your app, you cannot access that because no connection. So we still have problem in that area. And the problem.
All right. So talking about connection, recently the Nigerian Communication Commission brought out the latest figure of internet subscriber in Nigeria. It was 138 million before September, but now we are 140 million. But with all these challenges that you have enumerated, how would they be able to cope with the huge number of subscribers?
Yeah, they will be able to cope because they are into business to make more money. So I mean, that's why I was telling you that there's a kind of investment in the infrastructure, especially the area of fiber optics, you know, being laid all over Nigeria, and also in the area of getting more, more of a rural area get connected. You know, they want more money, and the more they get connected, the more people get subscribed to their services, the more they make the money. But the issue is still here is that the quality of service, they need to improve on it.
Exactly.
You know, the delivery, the value added, I mean, the value for money there is not yet as expected. So the telecom industry needs to do more, you know, by giving us value for money, quality of service. You know, in develop like US and the rest, you don't carry 3 or 4 phones with 3 or 4 lines. The only one you are using, either you are going on streaming, either you are chatting or whatever, or talking. You don't have problem. But here today, you can just move a kilometer away from this your station. You will not have some network. So that's why you have 2 or 3 phones to say that if this network is not connecting, you have this one. There's not another place. These are the area that the telecom industry need to focus upon, so that the quality you can get it anywhere you are. You have when there's cover by any telecom provider, you know that the quality both in voice, both in data and everything, you are sure of it. So why should I be going about with 3 or 4 phones, buying 4 or 5 lines? Because if this one fails, let me connect to this one. So these are the challenges is still there.
All right. So let's also take a look at other aspect of the telecommunication, particularly its other subsector. We also have the entertainment, which comprises the sound recording and music. How do you make of those other ones when it comes to the contribution to the GDP under ICT in Nigeria? Yes,
it has contributed a lot. I mean, like in the recent time, we see the like Netflix. I mean, like there's this other name I'm trying to remember. You know, Showmax. Try to, you know, like today now, people, you hardly find piracy going on because all our artists, either in the movie industry or in the music industry, once they produce, they put it there online. They put it on YouTube, they put it on movie box and the rest of it. So you stream there and the rest of it. So I mean, it has reduced that piracy. So they are making more money. because and this was made this was made possible because of what the telecoms. That mean the color industry. It had made that possible. So we see that today they will tell you that a so person like now our Afrobeat in all this online something where they will tell you that we are raking millions of subscribers, the highest subscriber in this in that. It was made possible because of telecom. Because people can easily go online, stream, and the rest of it. So it has contributed a lot in the industry. I mean, in the entertainment industry, it has really helped a lot, and it has really make that our artists to know to get a good return for their investment, for their effort.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, but talking about another subsector in the ICT is the publishing sector, publishing subsector of ICT. What do you make of? They also contributed, but from your own perspective, how would you rate the publishing subsector?
The publishing subsector, like now, many of our newspapers, you can see them online. People read through. ICT are really making up because when you go to those sites, you see a lot of advert there. So they are making money from there because the higher the traffic. You know, you see a lot of all this online advert, I mean, popping up and the rest of it. So ICT really helped them also. That today, I mean, if you look at a vendor today, they are not making money as at before. You know what I'm saying? They are not making money as at before. Before, I mean, 20 years back or 15, 20 years back, as we will come with the money, you see the vendor blowing their something trying to get people, but now you hardly see them.
Exactly.
Even at the junction where you see them, they are hardly there because I can just get to my tab or get to my phone and read all that something. So you can see that even the media also. I mean, the print media is also diverting into putting ICT into it so that what they are connecting and people are getting to read online. Like now, if there's a breaking news today, before they publish it tomorrow, many people have already got aware of what is happening. You know, before you see it on the printed tomorrow. So you can see that's a way that really helped the printing industry out of communication. That is that really made them, you know, to get their news there. I mean, as hot as possible, breaking the news and getting across because what they have the platform where you can go online and read, and also a lot of adverts are there. All these ads, I mean, from Google ad, a lot of adverts, and they're making money through that also.
Exactly. But let's also take a look at very sensitive aspect of the ICT, the fintech and the cyber internet, which is the major breakthrough, I will say, from my own perspective of how ICT has really blessed the Nigerian economy, how it has really contributed to the Nigerian economy. But from your own perspective, let's take the fintech. From your own review, because you are a player in that sector, the breakthrough of fintech, how did you receive it, and how are you seeing them being sustained going forward?
Yes, fintech has really contributed a lot. It has made transaction very easy today. If you see an Okada man there, you don't carry me. Actually, in this era of cashless policy, you can easily pay Okada rider 300 naira by just using the app on your phone to transfer money and the rest, and immediately will tell you have confirmed it. So it made business easy and also make movement of money very. Nobody carry cash these days, so it really contributed a lot. And also, if you look at it, also the fintech industry have created a lot of jobs. Like now, you see people doing POS. You want to get money now. You don't need to go to the bank and queue for at their POS terminal, right in front of your house or some meters away from your house. You can just cash money or paying money to somebody. Please transfer this money to me to your account without really going to the bank. So it really helped a lot. In that area, and I created a lot of jobs in that area. But the issue we are still having is that the threat of cyber security and the rest of it, that's the issue. And also all these online loans, telling you click that. Some of these things we really need to be on the watch out, be careful, so that we just see something. Okay, if you give up 20,000 naira and the next 1 month you get 100,000 naira, that's another aspect that the regulator need to come in there, because many of these things people are using that also that that medium also to bring in there something. So, but by and large, the fintech have really helped economy in Nigeria in the way of transaction and the rest of it.
Exactly. One aspect that we cannot rule out of the ICT is digital marketing. It has really bring a lot of innovation and attraction. But for you, as a player in the industry, how are you guys seeing digital marketing in Nigeria?
No, that's a good innovation, and I really help. Like I told you before, that many of the media houses today, they are making money from digital marketing and digital advert. You know what I'm saying? Because you see people there now, they send the ad or market their product online on those sites and the rest of it. And as you are going through your Instagram, you see people there displaying talking about their business, displaying their ways, what they can do, the service they can render. So today you can be in your house today, you know what I'm saying now, and order something online and get it delivered to you. You can be in your house today and post some of your everything about your services or goods you are trying to sell online, and so people getting connected and patronizing you. So it's really digital marketing has really done a lot in our economy and to the economy, and it's still evolving. It's still growing. Many people are keen to it. Today, many people don't have a big shop to display. Once you have your wares, go online, a website, or on your blog, or on your Instagram page, or you can just. And if you look at it also, look at TikToks. Many people are making money. Content creators are making money using this ICT, creating content and getting money there. So the industry is evolving, and people are making money.
Exactly. Now let's also add to our discussion, as part of understanding the ICT sector and the way of how it has really contributed to the Nigerian economy, is to also ask you, and someone like you have been a player in the industry, as you pointed out earlier, we still import majority of these ICT equipment because we are not producing. The technology is not yet ours, and we are still borrowing from it. But a recent development from the government in terms of tariff has come, and the tariff has been spelled out by the government. It's not just on the petroleum product alone, because we understand the tariff is on majority of imported items into Nigeria. Are you not afraid, or is the ICT not threatened in this aspect of this current tariff hike from the government?
I think as of today, government have withdrawn tariff. I think about 4 or 5% tariff on the ICT. They wanted to introduce it early this year or around middle of this year, but it was stepped down. So as of today, I don't think there's any tariff on telecoms now. Being implemented. But the order of the oil industry, like I think it was signed by the president yesterday, that if 15% duty, custom duty on petrol and diesel, is a welcome development, in the sense that you see, we need to protect our local industry. Dangote refinery has already come off and is trying to even increase production to about 1.4 million a barrel. Other refineries are coming up. Bua and other investors are already investing, especially in Ondo State and in Ogun State. There are refineries already going on investment. And there are other modular refineries who are more into diesel and the rest of it. For them to really survive, we need to protect them. And one of the ways it is that you should not just allow anybody to bring whatever you want into the country. There should be that 15% something. If by that, if you feel you can still make profit and compete with the local producer of petrol, you can go ahead and import. But if you know you cannot compete, then you buy from the refinery in Nigeria. So it's a way of protecting the local refinery in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? And also, you see, if you look at it, earlier this year, I say first, the report came out that the first quarter of this year, that $1.3 billion was spent on importing petrol to Nigeria. Even though the news carried that CBN pump, TBN did not pump, and they have come to deny it, that they did not pump that money, but that the marketers or importers of fuel, of this petrol and other something use their money. They went to the normal market, either the parallel market or the official market, to buy the dollar that they use to import those things. You can see that this is put pressure on naira. But if today that those who are importing $1.33 billion in a quarter, if they use naira to buy the same product from local refinery in Nigeria, that will do pressure on naira. That will make naira to appreciate, because we are local production is to what? Is to help your local currency to appreciate. So by putting that 15% duty charge there, it will discourage importation, because you can't totally ban it, because the PIA law, the PIA Act, which is the law, they regulate, they still allow people to import. I mean, but at the same time, you protect the local industry. And also by that, you also strengthen your naira. Today, Dangote is importing petrol all over the world. We want our local refinery to grow, to develop, so that we can be net exporter.